Morning, everybody. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving holiday. I'm back with another Code for the Day video with some coffee. Still working through this intro to GIS Programming book from Qiusheng Wu. Like I said in the last video, I'm going to skip over most of the configuration stuff in these videos. I did all that off the videos, and then I'm going to get into some actual programming. So today I'm going to code with chapter 8. And I'm going to do the exercises at the end of the book. And we're just going to see how that goes. So we're starting really simple here on the chapter that's about Python variables. So I'll take this annotation off. All right. Exercise 1. Put this in a comment. Create variables to store following geospatial data. Yeah. I suppose in the next video I will type these questions out ahead of time. Save. Work in progress. All right. Let's do it this way. The latitude and longitude of New York City. -7128 -74 0060. The population of New York City. And the area of New York City in square kilometers. 783.8. So the first thing we got to ask ourselves is, what are we actually trying to store here? We're trying to store the latitude and the longitude, the population, and the area. So this book, Qiusheng Wu, talks about why sets believe. Let me make sure it's in this one. This one might just be variables. Okay, we got a list in here. Okay, they're going to keep this simple, and we're going to change it to we're going to change it we're going to upgrade it to like sets and dictionaries and stuff afterwards. So this is going to be just super straightforward, as easy as it goes. Latitude equals longitude equals population equals area equals. So to define a variable, we write down we want to name the variable, and then we write down an equal sign. And I'm just going to copy and paste. Yeah, I'm getting used to Visual Studio. And got our variables here. Try to learn the hotkeys here. So the hotkey that I'm going to look for is Control F5. Let's see if that works. All right. Got some sort of OneDrive issue here, but otherwise it looks like it ran successfully. But let's go ahead and print these out just to see. Let's do that again. Control F5. All right. And It's funny here. I don't know why this came out in parentheses like that. Guessing it came out as a number. And I should, you know what? I think, let's see, we're gonna try this again. And it came out looking normal. So it's interpreting this data, it's interpreting these commas oddly, and I'm not quite sure why, but I think there's a way that I can determine the data type. And if I can do that, then I can see why that might be coming out looking that way. So I'm not seeing it in the book here, so I'm going to get on Python data type check. That seems about right. Python, there are two primary ways to check for it. The type. So let's do print the type of the variable, this one right here. Let's do it for all of them, actually. So we're just going to take all this, and then, oh gosh. Get a little clumsy with all of this extra pop-ups and things. All right, so let's run that again. We got the population. That way we can add a little note here to help us. I messed up. I need to concatenate this. I'm still doing it wrong. What am I doing wrong here? Can only concatenate. So are we going to change this into a string? All right, the data type for population is tuple. So I've definitely gone beyond the exercise here trying to figure some stuff out, but I'm gonna save that problem for another day, but apparently it's interpreting this as a tuple. And if I was actually gonna do something with this information, I would need to change, make sure that that doesn't happen. Actually, let me just look it up. Your variable is becoming a tuple because the comma is the primary tuple creation operator in Python. Okay. All right, so comma apparently creates tuples. So I'd have to make it a string. I could make this a string and then convert it to an integer afterwards. That would be one solution. I'm going to move on to the next exercise. So I wonder if there's a way in Visual Studio to comment this entire thing out. Multiple lines. Control K, and Control C. So I want to comment these out so they stop getting registered. All right. The undo doesn't seem to be working right. But appears that if you do Control C, sorry, what is going on here? If you do Control C, it'll comment multiple lines at once. All right, so we're gonna do exercise 2, which is create a string variable to store the name city, such as New York. I spelled it like people say it, New York. Perform the following operations. Convert the string to lowercase and print the result. Uppercase, print the result. Replace New York with Los Angeles in this city. Okay, so we're gonna work with our, I guess first we need to create a string variable, call it name, equals New York City. Actually, we're gonna modify this last one and we're gonna start with New York City. And we're gonna print name. All right, we got it right here. So we're gonna print the upper, isn't it upper? Okay, it's a name.upper. That's right. So there are, man, what's the, so it's a built-in method. Whenever you have something like upper, this little thing here, that's a built-in method. That's a built-in method. Different than a function where the function is like type, where it's like that, and then you put the variable in it. Okay, so functions and built-in methods. Important to understand that there's a difference between the two and why. Okay, so name.upper. All right, you can see here that we've got the regular New York in all capitals, New York in all lowers. And then we want to replace text. So let's go ahead and create a new variable, new name, and equals name. Dot replace York with York. And then we'll print the name again. And then we'll print the new name. And you can see yeah, so the name stayed the same except when I printed the new variable. All right, so that's it for this video. It's about 15 minutes right now. Next video I'll do Python data structures and work with dictionaries and sets and tuples. Start to understand that a little bit more. See you next time.